Delighted to announce for our upcoming sale on the 5th and 6th of September, on the back of the Tom Wilson collection we had in the previous sale, you remember back in June. Well, again, we've been contacted by the family of Roy Goodall this time, and we have his wonderful collection of caps, medals, which we're going to talk you through now with my colleague Adam. And Adam's got some questions he's going to fire at me, and we'll go from there.
So, one of the first times I've really had the chance to see all the collection out together. I mean, it's an amazing collection. The first thing that strikes me is, obviously having had a Huddersfield Town shirt in the previous sale without the badges, to see this 1930 shirt.
Well, of course, I mean, last time we discussed, because it didn't have the badges when it was a cup final shirt. I mean, of course, we didn't catalogue it as a cup final shirt because we weren't sure, and obviously we're not sure, we won't put that on the catalogue text. But however, this is the 1930 FA Cup final match worn shirt. Again, as we mentioned before, with both badges, obviously the white rose and the Huddersfield badge there. So wonderful thing, and we can definitely see that this is the shirt that came from that final. Estimate for this one, £3,000 to £5,000. So
what a lovely thing.
Yeah, absolutely glorious.
And then the Wales shirt. So what's the link with the Welsh shirt?
Well, as you know, teammates used to swap shirts. International wise, they swap shirts. They bring the shirt back to the ground. So we can't tie it down to a particular player, but we believe it's a Welsh international that would have played at Huddersfield or have known obviously Roy at the time. Date wise, again, late 1920s, probably very early 1930s. Again, condition, it's for what it is, it's in wonderful condition. Obviously colour's gone a wee bit, but still a wonderful shirt. And for that one, £400 to £600. So, but a real rarity as well.
What a fantastic opportunity.
Absolutely.
To get on the international shirt. While we're on internationals, so he was obviously an England international, one of the best pennants I've ever seen.
I can't agree more. I picked this stuff up a few months ago. I was in the home, in the house of picking the stuff up. I went through it with the vendor. I just couldn't wait to get this thing out. And I photographed you quite soon after to say, look at this. I think it's, in my opinion, it's one of my personal favourites and one of the best things I've seen for many, many years. So this particular game, he was captain of the England side, and obviously captains at the time would have exchanged pennants, and very French, very flamboyant, very extravagant. It's a wonderful thing. As white as a day is long, and I think we're being sort of conservative. I put an estimate of £2,000 to £3,000, and I think just watch that thing fly on the September the 5th and the 6th for the sale.
It's fantastic, fantastic, and obviously all some of Roy's caps below. Is there a cap that relates to that game?
Oh, very much so, yeah. So that's there. So the 1928, that's the cap that goes with the pennant. So although two separate lots, but you get a double bubble there, and the cap for that sale estimate £800 to £1,200 for auction. And while we're talking through caps, so this is a selection of his international and trial caps. What a fantastic colours. I mean, look at it, just absolutely wonderful. We've had it displayed here for the morning, and we keep walking past it and just thinking what a wonderful collection it is. So again, just in case you don't know, we've done a podcast with caps already. Hopefully you've picked it up. If not, the sort of home internationals. So Scotland were purple. Against the Welsh was the sort of red cap, and against the Irish was the white cap. If you played foreign internationals, you obviously give them a multicoloured cap. And again, we mentioned we've got France here, we've got Belgium, and we've got Germany cap, which is really nice caps. Obviously,
That's
it's
lovely.
the Germany colours. Yes, I mean, just wonderful. You can't obviously mistake that for being the German cap. So I mean, just a wonderful piece of history as well. And one of the rarest caps here will be the very first international against Italy, 1933. Roy again was captain that day. It was the first match played in Rome. Match finished 1-1, and for that wonderful cap, and again conditions just second to none, it's about £2,000 to £3,000 for that particular cap. But in the back of that, and Adam's going to pick it up and show you one of the rarest pre-war international programmes you can pick up. So that's the actual programme from the game in 1933. Now I've seen that sell for as much as £5,500. We've got it in the sale, £3,000 to £5,000, and hopefully it does a lot better than that. So this is just a small section of the Roy Goodall's collection that's coming up for sale. The catalogue is live now, so if you want to have a look, please go to grahambuddauctions.co.uk, and you can see all this stuff in its splendour.